Hey, how's it going? I'm the Zim. This is the Zim video. This is volume 2, part 14 of my rideshare experience video series I've been doing since I started rideshare driving in 2017, February 2nd, I believe, was the first day I started driving. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I've been at it for a while, and I've been doing this show kind of documenting my journey as a rideshare driver. Started off as more of a documentation and it's kind of rolling into an advice show at times, and just thoughts and ideas about things. And I love it when you contribute as well, so be sure to post comments about what you think, about your thoughts around the job. It'd be great. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm 49 subs away from 1K. I've been working toward that 1K mark for the last while to remonetize the channel, so maybe I can make some money off of YouTube and less off of rideshare driving. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be awesome for me. So here we go. This week so there's 2 blocks right there that indicate what part of the video we're in, how much I made, and then the main topic. And the main topic today is weekly ride challenge changing already, and I'll talk about that idea. One thing I forgot to do that I'm going to try to do as we're talking here is shout outs. Okay, I always like to start the show with shout outs to people that are newly engaging to these rideshare shows. Thanks for everybody that posts their comments and things like that. So I love the engagement. It's what it's all about. And I'm looking at my comments on the YouTube Creator Studio thing right here. GJW8888 is one, and then I think that's it. I think that's my only new one. So DJW8888, thanks a lot for oh, that wasn't even on this. That wasn't even on the rideshare. That was on a different video. So it doesn't look like I got any new engagers for the rideshare videos this last week. So that's cool. No big deal. All right, let's move on to the show. So how much I made. So this week, a good example of not driving a lot. I had some other stuff come up. I do some video work for people from time to time, and I got an offer to do some video work, so I shuffled my schedule around and working on video. So I only drove 3 days, and this is what I made. My deposit will be $388.79. It's come up a few times. So on this, oh, I forgot to look up what it says. On this, it has a ride amount. I did 54 rides according to Lyft to qualify for the ride challenge bonus. But on this, it only says, I forgot to write it down, so I'm pulling it up. On this, it says I did 48 rides. So a couple people commented, and I don't mention this every time, so if you don't watch this show every time, you may be like, why is it different? At some point within the last couple months, Lyft stopped counting, at least on my account. Maybe I need to notify Lyft and say what's going on, and maybe they'll switch it. But on my account, this, whatever summary of my ride for the week doesn't count shared rides the same way it does for the total for the ride challenge bonus thing. So I did 54 rides this week, including shared rides and all that stuff. Not what it says there. What did I say? 49 or something? 48. So now you know. Now you know what's going on there. I've gotten a couple people mention that. Why is it different? So my heads-up display, it'll have the 54. So I didn't get any cash tips this week. I got $22 in tips on the app. I did, it came out to about $19.93 per app hour. Which ain't so bad. That's okay. Minimum. And then I'm at 9,454 total rides so far. So creeping up. Probably about 5 more weeks or less. I'll have, probably about 4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks I'll have the 10,000 rides, so about a month. That's cool. Alright, so that's it for what I made. If you have any questions about what I made, let me know. Oh wait, this is the daily breakdown just for fun. I drove 3 days. Basically, I drove like 2 half days and one full day. On Friday this last week, I had this idea of trying to go for 40 rides. I was like, you know, I know I'm not driving that much. I won't be driving on the weekend. I'm just kind of like, and I kind of took Thursday night off because I just wasn't feeling it. I drove Thursday morning, and I was like, you know, I just can't do it. I just can't. I already knew my whole week was like blown up anyway for rides and stuff. So I was just like, you know, I'll just take Thursday off. Friday, I'll drive all day, see if I can get 40 rides. So I did my 5 ride technique. You know, it started early, just every 5 rides, take a break. And I was only able to get 32 rides for the day. So I wasn't, you know, I was only 8 rides away. And it was like, you know, about 10 or so at night, 10, maybe 10:30. And I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm not going to try to get 40 because it would have, you know, 8 rides could take a long time. So, yeah, it wasn't happening. The day wasn't pacing. For Friday, it was kind of pacing a little slower than normal. So that's what's going on there. All right, so if you have any questions for me about how much I made, feel free to ask, and I will be happy to tell you. All right, let's get into the main topic. So the main topic today is Lyft is already changing the weekly ride challenge, total amounts you get, rides you have to do for the amount you get, for my account anyway. And they changed it, so let's put up a shot there. I won't snap for it, but a shot of up till this point, up till this week, I got, for 123 rides, I got a $199 bonus, which was great. I really liked that. That felt really good to me. Really good. Felt good. For what I have to do, the amount of work I put in, the amount of money I make on the other side of it, felt good. Got a notice, as you can see, on email for this week that I'm recording this in. I haven't given any rides yet. They lowered it $11 for the same amount of rides. So they're already starting to make it like less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less money for the same amount of work. Less return for the same amount of work. They're already starting to do that. They did that with the rental program when I was in it, and now they're starting to do it with the ride challenge thing. And it's aggravating to me because there's this common rhetoric that Lyft uses of we're making it better for the drivers. We're listening to the drivers. We're doing all this. They constantly say they're trying to make it better for the drivers, yet their actions constantly over time make it worse for the drivers. And this is a small example of that. It's annoying, but it's not outside of this. It's not like a deal breaker at this point yet. So we'll just watch this over time. I'll keep documenting on how it plays out for me and my account, and I'll let you know how it makes me feel. I wanted to break down a couple things about this whole idea. So they also kept I've already given my 2 cents on this, but the 145 rides, they left it at $274, which is not worth it. It's a law. It applies this concept of law of diminishing returns. Even though they're offering you more money for the more rides, then, you know, by the time you get to, you know, you've already put in 123 rides, you know, worked 5 days to do it, your body is exhausted. So it's like, it's just not worth it to go for that extra amount. At least not for me. It's not worth it at all for the amount of money they're giving you. If they said, we'll give you $400 to get in those last rides to get up to 145, that might be worth it. I would probably go, okay, that's an amount, I'll suck it up and go for it. But for $274, not worth it. So that's where I stand on that. I wanted to break down, I'm going to put up, hopefully you can see them, I just put up a bunch of numbers right here. And what these are, they're 8 numbers total. And the larger amounts are the amount I made, my deposit amount I made doing 123 rides, getting the $199 bonus. And then the next set of numbers that's lower is the amount that I would have made if it was $188. Plus I removed, so a couple of numbers are dramatically lower because I also removed the referral driver bonus, and then I changed the color of the number as well. So those ones, the ones that are in a different color, have referral driver money applied to it as well. So it just gives you, because that's an anomaly. Like, it's not guaranteed that you're always going to have a referral driver or something like that. So I just wanted to give a better picture of what I would be making if up till now I had been driving on this $188 bonus for 123 rides. So those are the differences. I still, like, for me, it's still within the goal of making $1,000 a week. So I'm happy. I'm still happy. So it got me thinking, to set myself up for future changes, what would keep me happy? To make sure whatever Lyft does in the future, so I'm not shocked by them deciding, which I pretty much am predicting that they're going to keep tightening down the amount they pay out versus how many rides you have to do. They're going to keep making it harder to make more money. So I'm setting myself in my mind, like, what will keep me happy? And so doing some math based on these numbers, I came up with, I'll change the numbers now, 125 rides total. Like, if I get a bonus for 125 rides or less, that's a range that I like, because that means for me in San Diego, it's 25 rides a day for 5 days a week, and 25 rides a day is not extremely hard. It can be difficult at times, but it's also not super easy. But it's a sweet spot, kind of. It's not, I would not say it's easy, but it's not extremely hard. So 125 rides a day, and no more than 125 rides. And then the amount of bonus I would get off of that would be no less than $163, I put. Because I kind of looked at the numbers I made from the last 4 weeks of driving and getting 123 rides and looked at basically how much less could I make and still cross $1,000 a week for the amount of work I did. And it was the lowest number of all those was about, take another basically $25 off of the bonus amount, and that's what it would come to, about 163. So that's kind of my minimums of what I would want. And then here's another just a couple ideas of, ideally, this is what would make me feel a lot better without being ridiculous about it. I feel like this is a non-ridiculous look. So between 105 to 120 rides, somewhere in that range, I made a bonus of $160 to $200 within that range. I think that would make me feel a lot better about doing this job if within that range of rides I got that range of bonus. That would make me feel awesome. So I don't know, Lyft, if you're listening and you want some people on the ground, this is kind of a for me, would make me feel like you are actually listening to me as a driver. So those are some thoughts. If you have any thoughts around, not express drive, but the weekly ride challenge, what it's been like for you, have you been able to make your rides and all that kind of stuff? Does it feel like the ROI, does what you're putting in feel like you're getting out of it a good amount? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Right now I'm still okay with it. I feel like I'm worried about where it's going, obviously, by what's happened already this week. It's only been 5 weeks of doing this ride challenge, and they've already changed it. That seems like a pretty short window to me. I don't know, I would have liked to see more of a 3-month window before a change, or something like, or even a 6-month window before a change, but that would make me a bit happier. But yeah, let me know. And or if you're gonna change it, make it better. Make it better. Why not make it, if you're gonna lower the amount we're getting off of it, why not lower the amount of rides as well? Why keep the ride number the same? Why not lower the rides to 120 rides rather than 123 rides for $188? Why not make it better for us instead of making it harder? That's just what I kind of feel about it at this moment. So there it is. If you want to, if you want to become a Lyft driver, use my referral code ZIM200, and you and I both get a bonus no matter where you are. It's pretty rad. I got another person signed up. It's a $100 bonus. I don't know. They used to tell us where the person signed up, like what city. I don't get that anymore. I just get, oh, you got another referral driver. So thank you for signing up. I'll shout you out when you actually start driving. So $100 is coming to both of us if you start driving. So that's pretty rad. And then, yeah, if you want to follow along on this journey a little bit closer, more daily, It's at Rideshare Zim is my Instagram. I pretty much post daily on there. This last week I didn't post as much because I didn't drive as much and I didn't have as much to say. But I do play around with the stories more. Like on that Friday, I was posting every 5 rides. I would talk about something on the stories. It was kind of fun. So check it out. Also, I have a daily podcast, which I talk a lot about this job on because it's a big part of my life right now. And like my daily podcast is about, it's called Creative Mind, and it's about just what it's like to be a creative. And oftentimes us creatives do jobs like, you know, serving jobs and customer service jobs and rideshare jobs and things like that. So it's all part of the story. And then of course, if you want to support this whole thing, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/thezim. And I'll give you stuff if you sign up for a, you know, reward tier, or you can just sign up for a bonus level, or whatever, donation level. That'd be awesome. All right, until next time, be excellent to each other. May your rides be long, your tips be big.